As Uzume has been critically injured and the resurrected giant runs amok, we approach the end of Act 1. So today, on part 13 of Neptunia VIIR, we're going to try our best to save Uzume and defeat that giant once and for all. Now we know where that power of the giant originates from, that being R4. If we can take down R4, we can stop this menace. Also, I give Neptune a new skill called Pudding, and it is as ridiculous as it sounds, but it is pretty solid. It's not as good as some of her other skills, obviously, because it's the earliest one we can get, but she does have some pretty solid skills that she gets later on. But we've got some new voice acting.
Nepgear, how's Uzume doing?
Oh, Neptune. I was able to stop the bleeding somehow, but the medicine here isn't enough.
You can't make any?
Well, there are some recipes in my database, but I don't have the essential ingredients.
Don't worry about that. I'll get those for you. Once you have the right ingredients, you can take care of her, right?
I mean, I've never made medicine before, but this is for Uzume. I know I can do it.
Well said. Just as expected of my little sister. Although you aren't really my sis, but you know. You're so smart, Nepgear. I couldn't even compete with your intellect, but I'll help you out however I can. We're gonna save Uzume together.
I'm gonna go along with you.
You don't need to stay with Uzume?
I've given her all the treatment I can for now. Umio and the others can keep an eye on her. Right now, the medicine is our top priority. If Uzume doesn't get it soon, her condition could escalate and become life-threatening.
We'd better hurry then.
What a pain. If that's the case, I'll help too. That voice. Krar? Where is she?
Ta-da! She's right here.
What? What's she doing in the specimen book?
It was her fault that Uzume is in this condition. So, as punishment, I taped her into the book so she won't cause any more trouble.
Oh, but I guess with Krar in this form, the book actually kind of suits her. Hey, did you just laugh right now? Neptune, you better let me the hell out already.
Sure, on one condition. Nepgear and I are gonna look for medicinal ingredients for Uzume, so if you lend a hand, I might consider letting you out of there.
Are you for real? If that's all I gotta do, no problem. Come on, let's get to it.
I know Big Nep's super nice and all, but I'm still surprised Krar's got off as scot-free as she has for everything. We ran out here pretty energetically and all, but what exactly are the things we need to find? I believe the items are Jingu cherry blossoms and something called the Oratuyo, whatever that was. That's easy, they both drop from monsters. Ooh, you're pretty knowledgeable, Krusty. I think I've regained a little respect for you. Hey, I'm not a recorder of history for nothing. Come on, stop flapping your gums and let's go already. Neither of the items you need to get are too bad to find. One of them are located in the forest over here and one's located in the opening dungeon of the game. And they make out that it's just a normal monster drop it can drop from. No, go to the other end of the dungeon. There's an event because there's a boss monster to fight. There it is. That's the monster you want. Uzume, please hang on. Both of these are practically just mini bosses. The health might seem intimidating, but you'll see, look at how much one strike did. I know Neptune, Big Nep is like stupidly overpowered, but still, that was one attack. Like in this fight you're going to see me go HDD because I wasn't sure what to expect it to throw at me. But in the next one I don't bother going HDD, I don't think, because there's no point. And this is Pudding, by the way. It is exactly what you think it is. It did about as much damage, just a little bit more damage than Steel Charge. But I'm out of MP, so I can't do both. Or SP, even. But that was a basic attack. Like they're mini-bosses. They're not proper bosses. They're warm-ups, because the next proper fight after these two is a major boss. So these are just to keep you going, keep you warmed up. Because we are at the end of Act 1. We do actually finish Act 1 at the end of this part, which is why this part's a bit longer. Because I couldn't really justify splitting it into any more parts beyond this. And look, this dead. That was it. 5 minutes, we've already had a cutscene, a non-voice cutscene, and killed that thing. It's not... And there we go, the Jingu Cherry Blossoms. So that's one item, and it immediately kicks you out the dungeons. And if you head over here, you don't need to go all the way to the other end of the Nameless Ruins. If you go about halfway, there's a city block on your right that you'll stumble upon, and the event marker's there. See? I spin the camera around so you get an idea, but it's impossible to miss. We found it! That's the monster! Let's go, Nepgear. Alright!
Don't underestimate me because I'm a CPU candidate.
Go forth.
And then I try it again, I go up, use a steel charge. Oh, and look how much health just dropped.
Yeah. Stop.
Seriously, these...
I'll be serious.
I don't really need to give you like a rundown of strategy because these guys are not difficult.
Defensive cheer.
But it was ganging up on Big Nep, so I used to use a defensive cheer
Forth.
before going back and... what I should have really done is just do 2 steel charges. Because even if I can't steal anything, the damage is so quick and sudden, this fight would have been over a lot quicker. Because that has a longer animation, even if it does more damage. And now I can't do a second, like anything else. But if I did 2 steel charges, it would have done more damage overall. But I do Panzer Blade, and look how much that did. It's really, seriously, I'm surprised they even make a big fuss out of it. They could have literally just slapped it onto a normal enemy and made you go out and have to try and find them. Because it would have made you get used to having to try and do the steel charge to get them. Like if only a certain enemy could get it and you had to try and work out. But no, they've just thrown these really pathetic mini-bosses for you to fight instead. We should have what we need now. Yes, with these we can save Uzume. You better not screw up, got it? Our lives are waiting on you making this medicine the right way. Ugh, now you said that, I'm getting nervous. I'm not very confident. Jeez, we're gonna be alright. Hey, since I helped you guys out already, you can go ahead and let me out now. Yeah, maybe. You bastard! You're gonna break your promise? I don't recall specifically promising that I'd let you out. Damn it, you tricked me! It's not tricking you, I just was taking advantage of you. That sly Big Nep. Well, I guess it's the same in Nepgear. All of them can be a bit sly when they want to, and Nepgear stole a computer piece just because it wasn't needed, so she happened to acquire it. We're back. Sorry for the wait. How's Uzume feeling? Nothing's changed since you left, but she does seem to be sleeping well. Did you locate the ingredients? We did, and all that's left for me to do is make the medicine, but... You're anxious. Yeah, knowing that Uzume's life and consequently the fate of this world are resting on my shoulders, I can't stop shaking. It is not your responsibility to assume the entire burden, Gizzy. The moment Uzume failed to win, her fate in this world was decided. Even if the medicine fails to cure Uzume, it is not your fault. Don't worry and try your best. Umio. I got Umio immediately left her, like I'm not watching that though. Although I fear Gizzy needed those words, I truly hope she is able to save Uzume in this world of ours. Now then, I'll do what I can as well. Gizzy, Uzume is in your hands now. Lastly, I'll mix in the ingredients I just pestled. There, it's finished. Now you just need to apply this to Uzume's wound. I should let her drink some of this Netball V2 I got from Neptune 2. I think it'll be therapeutic for her. Netball V2 is an energy drink. Just putting it out there. They're giving her an energy drink to try and heal her. As we drop the blossoms and thingy-majig. Hey Nepgear, how's it going? Oh hi Neptune, I just gave Uzume the medicine. It's up to her now. That's great, is what I want to say, but we have a bit of an emergency. Oh no, what happened? Krusty and I just got back from recon. We were checking up on R4. Yeah, turns out she's freaking became one with the dark CPU. What? You mean they fused? Yep, I'm glad you're not an idiot. It makes my life a lot easier. Before, the dark CPU was just Alfred's puppet obeying her command, but now that they fused, she's changed the game completely. She's got the giant's body and is in total control of its power. Lucky for us, she can't move very fast, but she's still making her way over here as we speak. No way! Uzume hasn't even woken up yet. We gotta hurry and evacuate everyone. Uzume, you're awake. Call Umio. We gotta get all the local monsters out of here ASAP. Ugh. You shouldn't even be up, Uzume. Your wounds haven't had time to heal. Gizzy, if we don't get a move on and let them know, they're gonna be squashed by that beast. We gotta tell them. You stay here. I'll go instead, please. You need as much rest as you can, especially if we're going to have to fight. What are you saying, Nepgear? There's no way Uzume could fight the dark CPU in her condition. I feel the same way. That's why she needs to stay here and replenish her strength. I'm just glad you get it, Gizzy. I'm not gonna be cool if I'm sleeping while you guys are fighting the last boss. Neptune, do you know how long it will take for the Dark CPU to get here? Maybe like a day? She's pretty far away. Isn't she still getting used to her new body? She's tripping everywhere. Then Uzume, please focus on healing your body for one more day. I'll go get everyone evacuated and to safety. Big Nepsy, I have a big favour to ask. A favour? Yeah, but I need you to keep it a secret from Gearsy. Which means we're not going to find out because Gearsy's our protagonist for this section. I say that the story is entirely focused about Uzume, so now we're going to take a bath. Whew, I managed to complete the evacuation and now I'm last on site. I'm sure everyone will be asleep by the time I get out the bath. Hey Gearsy, thanks for all the hard work today. Is it okay if I join you? Uzume, you should still be resting. Nah, I need to get up a little bit. I've been laying down all day and I already feel my body getting lazy because of it. Can't have that, right? You still should absolutely be resting though, so don't push it, okay? And put your towel on properly. I know. Wait, aren't you embarrassed like that? Thanks to you guys, I got used to it. I was just embarrassed taking my clothes off in front of other people. As long as I get used to that, it's cool. There's usually no one else around, so walking around like this isn't a big deal. Is she a nudist? So I heard that you were the one who saved me, Gearsy. I'm really grateful. Thank you for saving me. Oh, I appreciate that, but it wasn't just me. You gotta thank Neptune, Qua, Umio, and all the other monsters for doing their best. So please, make sure to thank everyone else after we defeat R4, okay? Yes, of course. I'm really glad I met you girls. I don't think I could have made it if I did this so far by myself. I know I said this before, but when you and Nevsy invited me to come to your world, it made me really happy. I kept imagining over and over how fun it would be if I did decide to go with you both. To be honest, Amy and the others have given me this light push to say if I truly were to go, then I should just do it. But I couldn't bring myself to do that. It's slight, but every time I get my more shares back, a part of my memory resurfaces. What? They were memories of me as a CPU, surrounded by many people, and my beautiful nation where everyone lived in true happiness. Seeing such memories made my attachment to this place grow even stronger, and it made it harder for me to abandon this world. So please, Gearsy, lend me your strength once again. I want to save this world. Please, defeat Arthur and save this world with me. Of course! Our meeting began with the promise that I would, after all. Let's defeat Arthur together and save this game industry. Ah. Wish that like Uzume put on a goddamn towel. But hey, we got a new NEP station. So that means that's the end of that chapter. NEP station. I don't know the episode number, but it's time for NEP station. The host today is Nepgear and Neptune coming in live. I didn't know if we'd make it through, but I'm glad that Uzume managed to heal. We were really cool when you decided to save her, Nepgear. Yeah, you're right, you're exaggerating. It's no exaggeration, you were like a protagonist shedding all of their doubts. It's embarrassing if you compliment me so much. Now that I've teased Nepgear to death, to the episode preview. The final battle between the CPUs and R4 has begun. The lives that never would have been lost that day if never met a constant. But you can read it. The point I wanted to quickly say whilst we're going through that is saying Zero Dimension Neptunia Z, scatter your life. Prepare to see some tears for the ages. Is because Neptune's got Qua back, she can go visit the VR dimension. So we have another VR scene, I believe. Yes, there you go.
Excuse me. Whoa! Oopsie daisy. Oh man, I was trying to sneak in and surprise you. Oh well. I've been playing a retro game from Louis lately, but I can't get past this one boss. In order to beat it easily, I need to beat the boss of another stage and get this weapon, but that boss reflects attacks. It's really strong. Then, in order to beat that boss, you need to clear this tough stage where platforms disappear. And in order to beat that stage easily, you need a weapon from that first boss and... Wait, what? Is this some infinite loop? I'll get stuck in a rut if I think about it too much. I should change the topic. I can talk about myself. Let's see. Just consider this me thinking out loud. You know, I was super anxious until Uzume woke up. Being there on the front lines with her, I should have stopped her no matter what. Thinking about that made me feel guilty. But Nepgear wouldn't give up. She made me see how ridiculous I was for being so timid. Even though she's from a different dimension, she's still my younger sister. Because of that, I realized that I had to take the lead. All right, I better go make more of my special Netball V2 for Uzume. Ooh, hey! There's gonna be a huge battle, but afterwards, let's eat pudding together. That's what I like to hear. Okay, well, stay tuned and watch our awesomeness. Thanks for listening to me.
And we enter the final chapter of Act 1, the final hurrah of Zero Dimension, and it's half an hour yet. It's time for our battle! How are you feeling, Uzume? Thanks to you, I'm bursting with energy! I've also got all this energy because I got a ton of special Netball V2 and drank so much it was like I was bathing in it. What? How much did you drink for it to have been a bath? About a barrelful, I think. I got a nosebleed halfway, but I finished it off real stylishly. Oh, so that's why the barrel smelled like medicine. Wait, a barrel? I thought you should drink in large doses. You too, Neptune. You shouldn't have let her drink so much. But Uzume said she wanted to, so I got all excited and made a bunch. Tee-hee. Tee-hee! I pushed her, so don't blame Big Nepsy too much. You definitely would have stopped me, but to get better overnight, I had to push myself a little. Besides, this is the last battle. I wanted to do anything I could. So where's Umio? It's not like him to not be around with something so important going down. I don't see any of the monsters around either. They didn't run away, did they? Oh, Neptune finally let her out of the book. Umio isn't that kind of guy. Well, I'm sure he's got his own business to tend to, so we just got to do our job. Gearsy, please explain the situation and the plan. Alright, currently the Dark CPU is slowly travelling this way, accompanied by a large horde of vicious monsters. What we have to do to help Uzume advance enough to right in front of the Dark PCU and activate the sharing field. However, we are countered if we attack straight on, so we'll head up the ruins and launch a surprise attack as she passes by. We'll isolate the Dark CPU into the sharing field so we can bypass pointlessly battling with smaller monsters. Good plan. If we don't get involved in fighting the small monsters, we'll create a window of ourselves to get to the giant. Neptune and I will be in charge of diverting the monsters in the ruins. Uzume, save up your strength and try and hide it as best as you can. Right, got it. Let's do our best, you two. Looks like there's nothing for me to do, so I'll be watching from the sidelines. Oh, no you don't, so I'll have you record the history of the world with me on the front lines. You're freaking serious? If we failed, you'll disappear of this world either way. It won't matter where you are. Ah, damn it, fine, I got it. Listen, if you're gonna do this, you better win. And protecting me is gonna be one of your priorities, got it? Oh, Krusty, you're never honest about how you feel. Let's get going. Yeah, it's the beginning of our final battle. And Uzume is back in the party. Hey! But unlike last time you had a party leave and then rejoin, this one actually kind of mattered. You also get a tech level up, so you want to get any last pieces of equipment, do so. I decided against it because you can get through the end boss of this bit. And I also kind of just wanted to spend more points on getting more abilities and stuff, like getting offense cheer so I can start boosting people's attack. I think that's all I get. Oh no, I do check my equipment as well, just to make sure everything's as good as it should be. And actually, what am I not going with, if any of them? Oh, there we go. The two bangles, the time and the suspicious, both of them I got because I did a steel charge on those mini bosses. So you can get a decent bangle out of them if you steel charge them.
She's here. We only have one chance. Don't rush in. Just divert her until the last second.
Yeah, I know.
Uzume!
Leave it to me! Nepsy, Gearsy, I was able to make it this far because of you two. I've been lonely for a long time. To be honest, I'd started realizing that it was impossible for me to defeat this thing by myself. But now, I can stand here in front of her with confidence because you are with me. So, lend me your strength one last time. Yo, Giant! I've been waiting for this!
Sharing field, activate! No way! Why?
Uzume!
Ugh!
Uzume, please pull yourself together! The enemy's right in front of you!
Krusty, what's happening? It was working for a second, wasn't it?
That hag. Did she cancel it out somehow?
Cancelled it out? What do you mean by that?
That voice. R4?
We meet again, brats. Did you think I would not have prepared any countermeasures?
Countermeasures? But it can't... It's impossible to cancel out share energy.
Oh, but it is. I stole that otherworldly CPU's power from Trar, and now you will be crushed by its might! Your fate is already decided. Your resistance is futile!
Is it all over? I really am a terrible CPU, after all. I can't protect anything.
It's too early to give up, Uzume.
What? Umio?
Sorry to keep you waiting. My preparations took longer than expected.
What do you...
This light. And this power. This is...
It's share energy! But how? How are there so many shares?
It was good I hedged our bets, just in case.
But Umio, why did you come here?
Don't be afraid. I did not come alone. All the monsters who follow you are here as well. Each one wields a share crystal.
Everyone, you didn't evacuate.
I apologize for keeping this from you. Searching for these crystals took quite a bit of time.
Idiots! These lights will not save you!
If you believe you can cancel out our belief in Uzume, go ahead. Try. There are powers at work here you could not understand.
The shares feel so warm.
Miss Uzume, don't give up! Please, use my shares.
We're sorry that you had to go through all this pain just for us. Even if I can't fight with you, I can at least give you my shares.
You can do it, Miss Uzume! What is this? The voices of fried shrimp and the others are flowing into my head. No, I can feel their voices speaking to my heart.
I think the thoughts of your friends are flowing into you along with their share energy.
Everyone.
Uzume, I apologize for allowing you to fight alone. But now, we stand with you.
Romeo. Yeah! Sharing field, activate!
Useless! I will negate your shares as many times as needed.
Ugh! No way! Even with all these shares, it still isn't enough?
Then please, use shares from our side.
Histoire?
Sorry for the wait, Neptunia. Isty's as good as new.
Neptune! You made it just in time!
You betcha. I may run and hide, but I never tell a lie. That's me in a nutshell. Neptunia, I'm going to send shares from our world to yours. via Uzume's terminal. I am sure you will be able to use your share energy suitably.
Yes, I understand.
Nepgear, I will now send you power.
This nostalgic feeling of warmth. This is definitely the share energy from my world. If I resonate this with Uzume's share energy, then...
Both of you, go!
Curse you! Curse you, CPUs! But I will not fall to this!
Too bad for you, Arbor, but this share energy isn't the only gift we have for ya.
Huh? Here I come to save the day! The protagonist is absolutely essential for the final boss fight, after all.
Neptune!
Ooh, it's the other me! She's so tiny.
Nipsey, you're here!
It is now truly an all-out war.
Umio, baby bugs, everyone, thank you! A special thanks to you two, Nepsy, Gearsy, and Big Nepsy! Let's all go win the final battle!
Act 1, final boss, and for the first time we have a party of 4. Like, oh my goodness. We have a full front line. We've got Neptune, Nepgear, and Uzume. And although, like, our Neptune has joined, she's really not the focus of this fight. This is Uzume's fight. This is Uzume's arc. And you'll notice with this, it's also a bit of a running theme, and it has been since the second game in the series. Neptune might be the protagonist, but she's not the most significant character to the story in this game. Uzume's been the most significant character to the story in this one. Also, it's not going to play Encounter of Destiny. It's instead going to play its own unique theme, because it is the final boss of Act 1. They do this at all 3 acts. They have its own unique theme for the act enders. And this is a pretty solid theme. I won't shut up for it now, as fucking 32-bit Megablade misses. Just putting it out there now, if you've got 32-bit Megablade, use Critical Edge instead. Because 32-bit Megablade, for how terrible its hit accuracy seems to be in this fight alone, compared to Critical Edge plus the damage difference, nah, just do Critical Edge. And I don't realise this until I finally get one connected and realise, oh wait, I did about as much damage as Critical Edge would do. This is quite a meaty fight though. This is about 10 minutes of fighting coming up, so you have been warned. This is the final boss of Act 1. It's not gonna just fall over in 2 seconds. Once again, use the mini-map in the top right to space everyone out. You want everyone to be more of a complete circle around everyone. But because of this, you're not going to be able to heal each other because everyone's going to be too far away to do so. So do keep that in mind. Everyone will be having to heal themselves. You can use items, but obviously you've only got so many item points. So just be careful in what you plan on doing. And I get to show off Umio Heaven. One of the stupidest attacks that Uzume gets. She has a bunch of robots who look like Umio, who will then blow up and sacrifice themselves, and then she salutes them. I fucking love that animation. I think it's even better when it's Orange Heart, just because it's seeing her try and do a serious face when she's the least serious character in this game. Well, at least one of the least serious. I get a tri-burst, and near the end of the fight, I try and make the finishing blow the quad burst, but since, you know, Big Nep is not a goddess, she can't be in a goddess form, and so there's no balance. So I have to take everyone out of their goddess forms to do it, and it ends up getting a bit worrisome, because I take everyone out of their goddess forms, do it, and then Dark Purple lives through it. which I was a bit like, oh shit. I was expecting it to kill, and it just didn't. It just survived. But that's not until quite a ways instead of fight. Like I said, this boss fight is about 10 minutes long. This is my second attempt to try and 32-bit Mega Blade with its amazing accuracy. Now keep in mind, the first time completely missed. So what was the second time do? Miss again! At this point I was like, you fucking serious? Then I turned towards the screen then because I was like, what? Also worth mentioning is that this boss can break the rule that was established in the last fight. In the last fight, they outright tried to tutorialize you, saying don't have 2 characters on one platform because otherwise more than one character can be attacked. But since this is, you know, the final boss of Act 1, Dark Purple's ultimate attack hits the entire arena. So it doesn't matter where your team is, they will get hit by it. So that is something worth keeping an eye on. She won't do it until she's below like a quarter life, so you don't have to worry about it straight away, but she will do it eventually. Thankfully I kill her before she gets to do it more than once, but she does do it once.
Let's end this.
So yeah, this time I go, fuck it, I'll do critical edge.
One blow.
And this connects perfectly fine. And I said, it only does about like 100 or 200 damage less than the Mega Blade does when that finally connects, so it's just do critical edge because you actually then hit every turn. Now I'll do another Umio Heaven. Fucking this attack's so goddamn dumb. I love it, but it's still dumb. Also, Dark Purple has been made feared of Uzume, which means if it attacks Uzume, it will do less damage, and additionally, it will try and target anyone other than Uzume. So you've got anger and fear as well. Like I said, anger is when they do more damage to a specific character and target them more often. If it targets Uzume, it will do less damage, and it's far less likely to target Uzume. So Uzume, if you get someone who's like fear of it, it might be worth making them your healer, since it's okay if they're not healing themselves because they're far less likely to be targeted. As we get more attacks in. I only just noticed that every time she does Raging Rush, you can see her undies. Like, fucking, really, guys? Like, you couldn't have just, like, not. And this is my third, and I want to say final time I do Mega Blade, because this is where I realised, hang on a minute, that barely did any more damage than Critical Edge. Might as well just do Critical Edge. Yeah, I even tested. I did 1014. And that does 839. So you might as well just do Critical Edge, because you can hit 8 odd every turn instead of 1000 every 3 or 4. Like, obviously if Mega Blade could hit every time, then absolutely I'd say go for it. But no. If she's using Flower Bloom of Chaos, that is one of her AoEs, but it's not her ultimate attack. It's not the one I'm on about, but that is your warning that now she can do that. So you might want to keep an eye on people's health, because if she follows up by doing it, you're gonna feel it. And I was really expecting Neptune, our Neptune to die there. Which is why I'm now like cutting over towards her, because I want to get her healed up, like real bad. I'm like, come on. And it ends up being real good timing, because her next attack, I believe, is her super special ultimate attack, and it would have definitely killed Neptune if I hadn't healed. But there's very little else to say about this fight. You've seen everything there is to say, so I think I'm going to let the music play for the rest of this, as the ultimate attack now finally comes in all of its glory.
I won't hold back! I'll heal you. I'll cut through distortions with my Panzer Blade! Yeah!
Let's nip things up. Here. It's pudding! Boom!
Ta-da! Uzume's turn!
Let's end this!
I no longer have doubts.
One, two, go! Owie! All right, into the specimen book.
I'm a force of fury!
What should I do?
I've been waiting. All right, here it comes. Gotcha!
I managed somehow. Yay! I leveled up!
Why? Why can I not win?
Look, Arbor's falling apart. Did we win? We won, right?
Yes. We are victorious.
We did it! We did it, Umio! This time we really, really won!
I'm really surprised, Neptune. I didn't think you'd come back to this world, especially at the very last second.
Thanks to an update patch we installed on Isti, she was able to create a gate between dimensions. Pretty high requirements, though. But anyway, I'm just glad Isti updated and rebooted before the final battle started. Wowie, wow! My small self is so cute. And you're the adult me. I see. So this is what the big me looks like. I'm kind of relieved that when I get older, I'm gonna look a little more developed. Woohoo!
It's pretty wild to see both versions of Nepsi just standing there like that.
Totally. When I look a little closer, it's a little difficult to tell them apart. What name should I use to differentiate?
Let's figure it out later. This mini-dimension's about to vanish, so we gotta get back to...
Ah! Wait, Uzume! Stop, stop!
Huh? What's up?
If this place disappears, Nepgear and I won't be able to get back to our world.
What do you mean, Neptune?
Well, it took a ton of shares to open this gate, and keeping it open is probably depleting them pretty fast.
Are Planetoon's shares going to be alright? Should I be worried?
Hey, my little sis and my pals were in need. I couldn't just hold back and stay there. We can just recollect the shares we lost.
I understand. As this dimension was constructed from that share energy, once it disappears, the gate will disappear with it as well.
That's the gist of it. So unfortunately, we can't really stay and chit-chat.
I see. I'd hoped we could spend a little more time together, but I suppose farewells don't always go as planned.
Oh.
Hey now, don't make that face. People come and people go. That's just life, Gearsy. Besides, it's a fluke you're here at all. You were supposed to go home a while ago. But even before that, we spent a lot of time together. I had my fair share of fun. And we're both CPUs. It ain't a final goodbye. I'm sure we'll meet again somewhere, somehow.
You're right, Uzume. Let's meet again someday.
It's a promise.
I will now open the gate.
Ugh, we can finally leave this dumpy dimension.
Whoa, what is this? A butterfly? Wait, that voice. Is that Krar?
Oh, I'm so sorry this form startled you. I just love looking like this ever so much.
Well, you did cause all this ruckus, so, you kinda made your own bed there. Did you at least learn your lesson?
What the heck, my lesson? All I wanted to do was record some interesting history.
Yep, no remorse. Looks like you might need some disciplining.
Like hell I'm gonna get disciplined by the likes of you. Later!
Hey! Man, she's fast. Wait up, Krusty! Don't leave me behind!
They came and left like a storm, didn't they?
Oh, that's right, Gearsy. Is it really okay for me to have this?
Of course it is. That was yours originally, so please, hold on to it.
Sure thing. I'll keep it safe.
Oh, right. I kinda gave up on it. But next time we meet, I'll definitely cure your dislike for shiitakes.
I guess I'll have to be careful not to eat them until I see you again. I wouldn't want to accidentally start liking them or something.
We'll be going now, Uzume.
It really is goodbye this time, huh?
Yeah. See ya, Nepsy. Bye, Gearsy.
Bye for now. Let's meet again.
Looks like they've truly gone this time.
Looks like it.
Goodness. You always push yourself.
It couldn't be helped this time, though. Even all that share energy we gathered wasn't enough to defeat that stupid giant.
True. However, I didn't think you would use the share energy stored inside of you.
Yeah, I can't even lift a finger right now. Here we are again. I've already made my promise. I think I've got my work cut out for me.
It's going to get very busy, but at least in a more pleasant, less threatening way.
Yeah. I want to build a beautiful, strong nation that can rival Nepsi's. Hey, Umio? Will you help me again?
The question is unnecessary. If you so desired, I would follow you to the end of the world. Our dreams are one and the same, Uzume.
Then it'll be great working with you again, Umio.
Yes. Let us work our hardest together.
All right then. Where should we start?
And with that, we end Act 1, so we get these little mock-up credits. That happens in both Act 1 and Act 2, that are just sort of saying, yeah, you've done it, yay, and now you move on to the second act. Although the shortest of the three, Act 1 is still a very solid introduction and does everything I feel it needed to do to help get you into the game and get you an idea of what's going on. Unfortunately, we don't see much of Uzume beyond this point until Act 3, which is quite a ways away since Act 2 is probably the biggest act of the lot. But still, also you get a little bit of a cheap joke at Noir, as in future friend, making a joke out of the fact she doesn't have many friends. But it's still the end of the chapter, so we get a Nep Station anyway. Congratulations on beating Zero Dimension, and so Nep Station has been started up once more. Man, Zero Dimension's story has a surprising amount of volume. It did, you even returned to our world once, Neptune. So much happened in such a short time, I'm tuckered out. But isn't it exciting to meet up with party members who left and face the final battle together? It feels like that situation was made just for a skilled pro tag like me. I feel like no matter how you look at it, Uzume was the protagonist. Exactly, Neptune. Yes way. No, don't like coddle her. It's true. Uzume was the pro tag of that. Same as when we go into Act 2, the pro tag is literally kind of everyone. No one really adopts the protagonist role 100%. Everyone has their moment. Anyway, we've got the preview. Now they're back. Now they're heading back to Hyperdimension, where all of Act 2 will be taking place. You know, home. Hyperdimension is the home of all the goddesses, and where the first two games, well, the second game took place because the first one's not canon, and the ending of the third game took place. So now this is the first time in actually quite a while that the main series, returned and stayed in Hyperdimension. It was always only for a little bit and then you left kind of thing. But next time on Neptunia VIIR, we'll be starting the second act of the game. But until then, you guys take care now.
Hey, hiya there. Well, I'm here yet again. What's this? Is this a drink? This color. I don't think this is very healthy for you. Wow, I wonder what it tastes like. Let me try a sip. Here I go. Oh, I know. This is an energy drink, isn't it? So this is what you're always drinking. Whoopsie! I just remembered I drank a whole lot of juice right before coming here. Thanks, but I think I'll have to pass on this. That's right! Talking about energy drinks, I just remembered! You know my special Netball V2, right? That was actually made by me playing around by mixing energy drinks together. When I was still a student, we had to put on a cafe for our school culture festival. I was playing around with mixing energy drinks. Actually, it was a recipe I invented. It was a hit! It was so fun to see people enjoy the drink I made. So it started as tasting and comparing energy drinks led me to analyzing their ingredients and creating my own special drink. Oh, right! That giant drum that Uzume drank. I just made it taste like Netball V2. It was just water with no nutrients. Just a bit of trivia. Even as a CPU, drinking that much after a serious injury would be disastrous. Oh, but it'd be disastrous for a normal person to drink a drum full of water, too, so don't do this at home. With Netball V2, though, regardless of the ingredients, everyone gets better just by thinking they're drinking something amazing. Your head might clear up when you first drink it, but you're still pushing your body in the end. Make sure not to drink too much.
Hey! It's almost time for our meeting!
Is it time already? Sorry, I had a prior engagement today, so I better get going. I'll definitely be back, so wait for me.